parenting is filled with moments of intense emotion, from joyful laughter to frustrating tears. These moments are not just challenges to be managed but profound opportunities to teach children the vital skills of emotional intelligence. This book presents a compassionate and practical framework for helping children understand and manage their feelings, thereby raising resilient, empathetic, and self-aware individuals. The core philosophy moves away from reactive discipline and toward collaborative learning, where a child's emotional world is met with curiosity and guidance rather than judgment. At the heart of this approach is a method called collaborative emotion processing, or CEP. This is not a quick-fix tactic but a holistic way of engaging with a child's emotional development. It begins with the understanding that all emotions are valid and serve a purpose. The goal is not to make a child perpetually happy, but to equip them to navigate the full spectrum of human experience, sorrow, fear, excitement, and anger, with resilience. CEP is built on 5 key phases. First, allowing emotions to simply exist without immediate suppression. Second, helping the child recognize and name what they are feeling. Third, building their sense of security in experiencing these emotions over time. Fourth, teaching them to seek and use coping strategies. And finally, guiding them toward resolution, whether by solving a problem or learning to let go. The real test of this philosophy comes in the heat of the moment, when a child is in the throes of a meltdown. Here, the book provides crucial tools for in-the-moment response. It emphasizes the adult's role in first managing their own reaction through mindfulness and self-awareness. Before addressing the child, a caregiver must pause to process their own feelings and biases. The child's behavior is then seen not as defiance, but as a form of communication, a call for help or connection. The response shifts from "how do I stop this?" to "what is this trying to tell us?" Practical strategies involve discerning whether a child is dysregulated, needing co-regulation and comfort, or distressed, needing immediate soothing. By coaching a child through their emotional storm with calm presence and empathetic language, adults model the very emotional processing they wish to teach. Setting boundaries within this empathetic framework is an art form. Boundaries are not presented as arbitrary rules enforced by power, but as essential guardrails for safety and respectful coexistence. The book illustrates that a boundary is most effective when it is firm, clear, and delivered with empathy. For instance, stopping a child from throwing a block is about safety, but the teaching moment comes in redirecting them to use words to ask for a turn. This approach respects the child's underlying need, perhaps for attention or engagement, while guiding them toward a more appropriate expression of that need. It transforms a moment of conflict into a lesson in social skills and self-regulation, building trust rather than resentment. When it comes to discussing behavior after the fact, timing and tone are everything. Conversations are most productive when everyone is calm and the rational brain is back online. The focus should always be on the action, not the child's character. This is the critical difference between fostering self-esteem and instilling shame. Saying "that was a hurtful choice" is worlds apart from saying "you are a hurtful person." The book advises moving away from traditional punishments and extrinsic rewards, which often teach children to avoid consequences or seek praise rather than develop intrinsic motivation. Instead, the emphasis is on natural or logical consequences connected directly to the behavior, and on collaborative problem-solving for the future. This method helps children connect their choices to outcomes and builds their internal moral compass. Ultimately, the most powerful strategy is a proactive one. By building a child's emotional literacy during peaceful times, through naming emotions in stories, practicing calming techniques like deep breathing, and role-playing social scenarios, adults equip them with tools before they are needed. This proactive emotional intelligence creates a stronger foundation, making intense meltdowns less frequent and more manageable. The journey detailed in this book is as much about the adult's growth as the child's. It invites caregivers to examine their own emotional patterns and implicit biases, fostering a family environment where emotions are not feared but understood. This collaborative path does not promise a perfectly calm life, but it offers something far more valuable: a deep, trusting connection and the shared resilience to face life's big emotions together.